Hello Golden State Warriors fans. We are here once again to bring you the latest news related to our team, and I would like to emphasize how committed we are to improving our performance to achieve great results. Before we dive into this intriguing news, I kindly request you to show your support by clicking the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you all to join us on an exciting journey. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything.
Stephen Curry and the Warriors keep rolling with a victory over the Nuggets. The Golden State Warriors are on fire, securing their fifth consecutive win with a decisive 118-104 victory against the Denver Nuggets at the Chase Center on Friday night. Stephen Curry dazzled the crowd, scoring a game-high 36 points, including 7 three-pointers. In a thrilling matchup between two former MVPs, Nikola Jokic led the Nuggets with 33 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. Despite a challenging start, where Denver put up 44 points in the first quarter, including 15 from Jokic, the Warriors rallied back, showcasing their resilience and teamwork. Alongside Curry, Brandon Podziemski contributed a stellar 26 points, while Jimmy Butler III added 19 to the scoreboard. Curry's dominance continues. Curry entered the game with an impressive average of 41.6 points per game in April, and he kept the momentum going, surpassing 30 points for the third straight game. His offensive brilliance was on full display as he skillfully maneuvered around defenders, effortlessly sinking shots from beyond the arc. His stunning crossovers had Michael Porter Jr. scrambling, leading to a picture-perfect three-pointer. Curry's arsenal of moves electrified the Chase Center crowd, especially in the second half when he showcased his ability to move without the ball and create open looks. Podziemski shines bright. Brandon Podziemski stepped up once again, scoring 26 points on an efficient 10 of 16 shooting, including 4 of 8 from three-point range. He established himself early, netting 11 points in the first quarter. This marks his third 25-point game in the last 4 outings, demonstrating his growth as a key player for the Warriors. He also contributed 8 rebounds and 6 assists, proving his versatility on the court. Playoff picture heating up. With this victory, the Warriors have climbed to 4th place in the standings, just half a game behind the Nuggets. They've won 14 of their last 17 games, bringing their season total to 46 wins, matching last year's tally. The Dubs are just 1 game behind the Los Angeles Lakers for the 3rd spot, as the competition intensifies down the stretch. Looking ahead, the Warriors will stay at home, preparing to face the 2nd-ranked Houston Rockets on Sunday. Notable highlights. This win marks the Warriors' longest active winning streak in the NBA at 5 games. Golden State has a remarkable 21-5 record since February 8th, boasting the 3rd best winning percentage in the league during that stretch. The Warriors improved to 24-14 at home, winning 3 straight at the Chase Center. Tonight's victory broke a 6-game home losing streak against the Nuggets and a 9-game overall skid against them. Golden State forced 26 turnovers, the most by an opponent this season. With Curry, Green, Butler, Moody, and Podziemski in the starting lineup, the Warriors are a perfect 14-0, setting a franchise record for consecutive wins with this starting 5. Stephen Curry continues to dazzle, averaging 41.7 points over his last 3 games, and is just 1 point away from tying Reggie Miller on the NBA's all-time scoring list. With a dynamic roster and growing chemistry, the Warriors are poised for a thrilling finish to the season. Warriors' momentum and future prospects. As the Warriors continue their impressive streak, the implications for the upcoming playoff race are becoming increasingly significant. With Curry averaging an astounding 41.7 points over the last 3 games, his performance not only elevates the team but also keeps him firmly in the MVP conversation. His ability to perform under pressure has become a hallmark of his career, and fans are excited to see if he can carry this momentum into the postseason. Team chemistry on display. The synergy between the players is palpable, especially with the integration of newcomers like Jimmy Butler III and Brandon Podziemski. Butler's experience and defensive prowess have been invaluable, contributing to the Warriors' defensive strategy and allowing them to create turnovers, like the impressive 26 they forced against Denver. This aggressive defense, combined with their high-octane offense, positions Golden State as a formidable contender in the Western Conference. Podziemski's rise has been one of the most talked-about stories of the season. With his recent performances, he's proven he can be a reliable scorer and playmaker, complementing Curry's brilliance. His ability to step up in critical moments is a positive sign for the Warriors as they gear up for the playoffs. Upcoming challenges. Looking ahead, the matchup against the Houston Rockets will be crucial. Houston, currently sitting second in the standings, presents a significant challenge. A win would not only solidify the Warriors' position, but also send a message to the rest of the league that they are serious contenders. Additionally, the Warriors will need to continue improving their home court advantage. With 3 consecutive wins at the Chase Center, the energy of their home crowd has been a pivotal factor in their success. Fans are eager to pack the arena as the team enters the final stretch of the regular season. Playoff picture tightens. As the playoffs approach, every game counts. The Los Angeles Lakers, who have surged to third place, are just ahead of the Warriors, making the next few games even more critical. The competitive landscape in the Western Conference is fierce, with teams like the Nuggets and the Lakers all vying for favorable playoff positioning. The Warriors' ability to remain healthy and maintain their current form will be key. With Curry leading the charge and a supporting cast that is stepping up, the team is in a prime position to make a deep playoff run. A legacy in the making. For Stephen Curry, each game is another opportunity to cement his legacy. As he edges closer to milestones like surpassing Reggie Miller, the narrative surrounding his career continues to evolve. Fans and analysts alike are already speculating how far he can take this team and what this playoff run might mean for his legacy among the greats in NBA history. In conclusion, the Warriors are not just riding a wave of momentum, they are on a mission. With their sights set on the playoffs, every game becomes a statement of intent. As they prepare to face the Rockets, the excitement is palpable, both for the team and for the fans who believe that this season could be one for the ages.
Okay, how tired do you feel right now after all that?
I'm exhausted. I just want to go home, relax, go to sleep. I'm tired.
Draymond, can you put into perspective just like what it's like to guard Jokic on however many minutes you did on a night like this on the second night of a back-to-back after the road trip that you had?
I mean, he's tough to guard after 5 days off. A lot tougher to guard on the back-to-back, where he's sitting in San Francisco waiting on us to get back. But I think for the most part we did a good job. Saying that he's 13 for 17. He got those threes going there in that third quarter, I think it was. But thought we kept a body on him. He had some tough shots. Why he's great. But overall, I think we did the job and got it done. So it's always a tough challenge. Loon was great on him in his minutes. He got nothing easy. We could live with it.
You made your call on how the season's going to end up a while ago, but winning in Memphis, beating the Lakers in LA, winning this game on the back-to-back, obviously all playoff teams you might end up playing. What does that tell you guys about yourselves and what's possible?
It just confirms who we thought we were. We said from the time we got Jimmy this team, the sky's the limit for this team, and I think these games matter. Talked about it yesterday of just getting these young guys these meaningful game minutes. They're playing great. BP was incredible again tonight. Everybody off the bench. QP was good in his minutes. JK was really good in his minutes. So I think it's important for us to continue to play at this level, at a high level. Steph Curry, I thought he won Player of the Week. After yesterday, I think he'll really win it after today. But man, Jimmy he put so much pressure on their defense. He put a lot of pressure on their offense. So yeah, I think just further prove we are who we thought we were.
Draymond, you just touched on it with Steph, but for him to go 52, 37, 36 in 3 very big games in 4 nights, what is that? You've seen him do a lot, but what does that say? And also, is that connected to Brandon? How much does Steph's success sort of attract attention that gives Brandon open shots? I mean,
Steph's success attracts attention for everybody, and it's always been that way. But BP stepping up and knocking those shots down, he's taking them with confidence. We need it. The way he's shooting the basketball is incredible. So I think we all benefit off Steph. It's not just BP. Everybody who's played with Steph over the course of the last, I can speak for 13 years, has benefited.
Draymond, whether it was the physicality or something else.
And if you couldn't benefit, it's your fault. It ain't Steph Curry's fault.
What changed in the second quarter after giving up 44 and then 16 in the second quarter? Like, what flipped for you guys?
They started to fill us. I think that first quarter was kind of track meet. You shoot, I shoot. Whoever make the most shots win the quarter, and they did. And we gave up 44 points, but we got our defense settled in to start that second quarter. And then when the group came back, they continued it on for the rest of the quarter. 16-point quarter was huge. So once we got the 44 under control, I think we pretty much took care of them the rest of the game.
That group that began the second quarter and the fourth quarter, what do you like about that group? The non-Steph minutes, I mean, you guys did a really good job with that unit.
Jimmy Butler got another one in that group. That group has struggled at times because we just, no one out there. We got a one now. So, I think that group plays a little different style than the first group or the groups with Steph. And so I think it's a tough adjustment to kind of go from the style we play. You'll have to overly prepare for Steph. But, yeah, we just added Jimmy Butler to that group, and he changes everything.
I think the fans seem to be riding this big wave of fun and joy and stuff. How is it from inside the team? Do you guys have a sense of that, or is it just more business and take care of the work?
Well, I think joy is one of our core principles, if I'm not mistaken. When you have a leader like Steph Curry, he has a joy about life, a zest that trickles down to everybody. And then Jimmy Butler has big face hoodies that say joy. And he was looking for joy. So I think we've all found it. And it's good for this group.
Well, you guys have a day off tomorrow, and then you guys have another gauntlet of 3 games in 4 nights and more games beyond that. It's a gauntlet to end the season. What is required for you guys to sustain this energy in this Western Conference where it's so close with all the teams that are around you?
Taking care of the ball, not putting yourself in tough positions where you're having to get back off turnovers. It's huge. And just playing hard on the defensive end. If we play hard on the defensive end, we make the games a lot easier for ourselves. And so I think, taking care of those two things, taking care of the ball allows us to set our defense when we get our defense set. It's pretty good defense when we get set. So I think those two things go hand in hand. And if we do those two with the shot-making ability that we have, it should help us out quite a bit.
Steph's highest scoring month in his career is April. I imagine that's not a coincidence. Do you feel it when he kind of ramps up at this time of year, and what can that mean for a team?
I mean, for our team, it's great because we're headed into the playoffs, and he kind of finds that rhythm. For other teams, it's awful because he finds that rhythm. So I like it. I think, we all understand when you get to this time of year, you have to lock everything in. You got to shut everything else down and focus on the task at hand. And so I think there's a huge benefit to that. But, yeah, he's, as you know, he's special as they come. I'm sorry, I'm giving y'all the lowest energy ever. I'm exhausted, but it's good.
Hello,
like I sound like Klay Thompson up here. Exhausted, though.
Got a paper airplane?
I don't even know how to make them. I would make it and fly it across, but I don't know how to do it.
Hello, Draymond. You said you've been exhausted, but as an athlete, you seem like burning your life, your energy on the court. How much you enjoy your state recently? You're wanted to pursue another DPOY, so how's that kind of?
It just gives you something to play for. Makes every game more important, which is great for us at this time. But I've been a goal setter my whole life. When you set goals, do everything you can to reach them. And so, but in saying that, I want to win, And I think, the first time we spoke about Defensive Player of the Year, I think my statement was something along the lines of, if we win, that gives you the opportunity. And we're doing that. So the most important thing to me is and will always be winning. I hate to lose. So most of my effort, all of my effort goes towards winning the game, and defense is a byproduct of just trying to win the game.
Draymond, you kind of touched on this with Danny's question about Steph in April, but he's talked about wanting to play meaningful basketball. When Steph gets a chance to play meaningful basketball like this week, what do you see in it? I mean, obviously he still has that joy, but is there a different look in his eyes? Is there a different focus? How do you know he's sort of climbed to that next level?
There is a completely different focus, and you see the focus everywhere, though. Like, it's not just once he steps on the court in the game. It's in his practice, in his workouts. It's, he on the phones talking. We need to do this. We need to look at some things like this. He's suggesting substitution patterns. Like, he's just all the way in, and he gets into the weeds around this time. And so, we try to keep him out of the weeds all year because it can be a bit exhausting. But he kind of knows when it's time for him to get in the weeds, and he is right now. You saw Guy come back later in that game. He went to Steve like, Guy need to be in right now. And so he just locks in on a totally different level about way more things than just the game, and I think, or his offense, I should say, not the game. It's all a part of the game, but his offensive side of the ball. He's suggesting defensive adjustments and all these, he just gets way more into it. And then obviously you can see the look in his eyes. Some of those shots he take, he's just trying to wait for everybody to clear out so he can get a shot off. So yeah, I can see it from a mile away. Does he call you? Yes. He told me I